pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Holy Codes, pray.
Dear gracious Heavenly Father, we just ask that you're with each and every one of us today, and let us make all the right decisions for our city. We say this in your name, Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Madam Clerk, will you take care of the roll?
Councilwoman Cantu. Here. Councilwoman McCann. Here. Councilwoman Patton. Here. Councilman Wolsey.
Here.
Councilman Grable.
Yes.
And Councilman Key.
Here.
All right, I'd like to welcome everybody. I would like to have a motion for the October 6th regular meeting to approve the minutes, suspend the reading and approve the minutes, please. Motion by Mr. Walgie,
I'll second.
second by Councilwoman McCann.
Councilwoman Cantu. Councilwoman McCann.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton.
Yes.
Councilman Wolsey.
Yes.
Councilman Grable.
Yes.
And Councilwoman Key.
Yes.
All right, I'd like to have a motion to suspend the reading and approve the minutes of the October 15th special call meeting.
I'll make that motion. I'll second that.
Councilwoman Patton, Councilwoman Cantu.
Councilwoman Cantu.
Yes.
Councilwoman McCann.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton.
Yes.
Councilman Wolsey.
Yes.
Councilman Grable.
Yes.
Councilwoman Key.
Yes.
All right, next, financial report. Did everyone receive the financial report through email?
Yes.
Yes, okay, thank you. Is there any questions that you'd like to have here, Grant, answer?
I sat down to see Greta today and got all my answers from you as well. I appreciate it very much.
You're welcome. Can I get a motion to accept the financial report?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Cantu and Councilman Walton.
Councilwoman Cantu.
Yes.
Councilwoman McCann.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton.
Yes.
Councilman Wolsey.
Yes.
Councilman Grable.
Yes.
And Councilwoman Key.
Yes.
Now I'd like to review the motion that you all made back, I don't have the date here, what let me see. When the date was. I don't see the date on it, but that where you had the motion to December 4th, 24, 23, that you made a motion by the council to have people sign in before they spoke. And I'd like to change that to moving that to the floor being open to whoever wants to speak, but still set a time limit on it to 5 minutes.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Councilman Grable and Councilwoman Pugh.
Motion to, I'm sorry, I was.
Motion to move the floor open, no signing in, and move the floor open. I'm moving it to the beginning of the meeting. Councilman Grable,
Yeah, and then second.
Johnny, Councilman Pugh.
Got it. Councilwoman Cantu.
Yes.
Councilwoman McCann.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton.
Yes.
Councilman Wolsey.
Yes.
Councilman Grable.
Yes.
And Councilwoman Pugh.
Yes.
All right, floor is open. Who would like to, anybody like to speak or say anything? All right. All right, yes ma'am.
Oh, I'm still having a problem with two Polina's trucks all the way up to the end of the driveway. I'm short. I can't see over around his vehicles in order to be able to pull out of my driveway safely. I have asked him, I have left him notes, and, you know, for a week he does really good, and then it's right back to it again. And, I mean, what's gonna happen? There's gonna be a car that flies by there, because they don't listen at 10 miles an hour. And I'm pulling out. Well, guess what? They're gonna hit me, because I can't see them.
Okay.
And I'm just at my end. I mean, something's gotta be done. This has been going on 15 years now.
That what you're asking about is being addressed by the new ordinance officer, Mr. Zach Mustard, and he has already addressed that, I'm sure, by Chief Gilbert, that has been addressed, and we are working on that. Council, do you have anything? But it is being worked on. I mean, if you want to report on it, you can check in with Chief Gilbert, and he'll be more than happy to help you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? All right, this is your time, because once we start the business meeting, there's no comments from the audience unless the council wants to ask you a question. All right, anybody else? All right, we'll close the floor. All right, Electric Plant Board, Angie.
Well, AEP is presenting a presentation to Bill, Tom, and Levi. And of course, I put together what we received. And it's basically buying these batteries that go on the back side of the meters, and we'll use AI, and this, when we have high surge, a lot of use of electricity, these batteries will kick in, so we won't be high, when we have high demand. It will, supposed to decrease our demand. And they haven't met with them yet. We'll know Tuesday more about this, but they are quite expensive. But they're supposed to have details on what it could save electric bills, be able to keep our rates down, because it'll keep our usage down more. High demand, it goes up, and then they charge us more power for the power, AEP does. So, and it's a new thing. They're using it, a lot of utility companies, and they're checking into it to see if it's worth investing.
How much is that gonna cost us?
Well, that is actually, you won't be charged if they buy these, but they're hoping it will reduce the usage. It'll reduce your cost. But if the utility system, they're not going to pass that on to the customers to purchase these.
I mean, I met with Bill Tom, so, you know, I know a lot more about the electric company than I did know before I got in here. And, you know, I know we all complain about electric rates, but they are charging 3.5 cents over the cost that they get for it. So, you know, they're at the mercy of AEP, what they charge. And that's a problem with all small utility companies. Autofield, all of them have the same problem we do. You know, and I understand, you know, the water, the water, you know, is kind of reasonable, but then you got your sewer. You know, to maintain it, everybody that gets a utility bill has a water and sewer on there. And the sewer bill is, I mean, if you look at it, it's like 150 or one something over your water bill. So it makes it hard, and I know people's bills are high. And we have talked, and I've talked to Bill Tom about ways, but, you know, really we're at the mercy of the people who sell us electricity. And the same thing with gas. They don't, I mean, in reality, a utility company loses money 7 months out of the year. They gain money 5 months out of the year, so they have to save that money back to pay their bills. So they only get it in their peak demand, like in the wintertime and in the summertime. So, you know, and it's hard for a small utility company to make it, you know. And when I heard all that, I was kind of, okay, because I always wondered about the bill. But when they're only paying 3.5 cents over kilowatt that they pay for it, that's not that much if you take it in perspective. So we're at the mercy of AEP, and hopefully what she's talking about, will help reduce some of those rates. And then you talked about the commercial rates and the residential rates and the peak man rates. The peak man rates are still out there. The commercial rates and the residential rates are about the same now. He's got that down where they're all about the same. So, you know, he's doing all he can to save money. You know, we've talked about some other things, why he saves money, but, you know, I'll keep that between me and him. But, you know, that's the basic thing about the electric company right there, in a nutshell.
That and the fact that we have to buy our power from Appalachian Power.
Yes.
And anybody from in the Appalachian area, these companies charge us more for where we're located, for transmitting electric to us. That's one of the reasons why people on Fleming Mason have a little bit cheaper rates, because they can get theirs from Eastern Kentucky Power.
Well, also, you know, they got to pay a rate for the transmission lines. I didn't know that either. I forgot to add that in that, but yeah, they got to pay to bring when he started, it was pennies, like 3 or 4 cents for the transmission line. It's over $2 now. So there you go, for every kilowatt that you bring down the line.
And we're going at the end of the line, I think.
Yeah.
Well, we also think, well, why don't we sell this utility company? Well, if we was to sell this utility company, we would lose money.
You're still going to be at the mercy of whoever does it, because you're in
And
the
you're not
end
gonna
of it.
have a person who lives here using that utility. You're not gonna have a local board that cares and uses utilities. So it's really, we all suffer, we do. But I'm not even sure that if we were on the market, we'd even be bought. But we would be bought from maybe New York or other way out west, you know, companies that can just go in and buy and sell. They would not care about our rates. They wouldn't care if we had low incomes here. They would not consider
And
it.
she's exactly right on that part of it. If
As long as we can keep our utility company, when you have people on that board that is appointed by your council and live here locally and pay these utility bills, and then also we have a superintendent that lives here, that's a requirement. All board members, the superintendent has to live here to work here and be a board member.
Very possibly, we might not be as responsive to our power outages too, I would guess.
No.
that's the trouble we run into.
We would be thrown into some big corporation and maybe resold several times. We may get rate increases over and over in sales and never know who our providers would be, so,
Pardon me,
yes.
Councilperson Patton, you mentioned the people on the board and the superintendent, I believe you call him, has to live here, but you didn't say where. Does that mean they have to live in the city?
They live in the county. They live in the county.
Board members have to live in the city.
Yes, the board members lives in the city, but the superintendent and the employees
Can live anywhere.
can live anywhere. They used to have to live in the county, but the majority of them do. I think they have maybe 2 over there that doesn't live.
Well, the ones that they got that are driving the trucks the farthest are the people who run the sewer. And they have to be certified. It is what it is on that part.
And we have sewage all the way to Grayson, Carter County now, Greenup County area, water and sewer. So, in order, for years, they've kept, I know our minimum water just last year, your minimum charge was $12.50. And that's unheard of here in the city. But they were actually suffering a loss from that. So you have seen some increases in your minimum water charge. If you're like me, I use minimum. But it's not went up a lot. Whereas out in out toward farther out, your minimum was $22, and so on. But, if you look at that, I know some of the areas, Garrison's one of them, I have family in Garrison, they're paying $200 water bills. My sister has 9 in her house, and hers can be, her water and sewers, sometimes $400, because their rates are so high. So, you know, it's, at least we got that cheaper than most areas.
And our city taxes are pretty low too.
Yes, absolutely.
Is there any questions from council about the electric plant board report? All right, let's move on. Old business, we don't have anything. New business, we have a resolution about city bank accounts. And I guess according to Stephen, and this has really never been done, you're supposed to have a resolution on where your money's at in what banks. So now therefore be it resolved by the city council of the city of Vanceburg that all accounts of the city of Vanceburg, Kentucky currently placed at Peoples and Pinnacle Bank shall be closed, and all accounts with Peoples and Pinnacle shall be placed in First and Guarantee Bank. The mayor and clerk are authorized to sign whatever documents are necessary in order to move these accounts. Can I get a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Councilman
Can I ask a question before we?
Let me get a second, and then you will ask, okay? And then Councilwoman McCain. All right, John, sorry.
I just had a question. How many accounts do we have over there? I don't have clues.
We've got
Right now, we have 6
6 total,
total accounts.
plus the CDs. The CDs are tied up until one's December this year, and the other one's sometime next year, June, isn't it?
Yeah, but the CDs are at Pinnacle.
The CDs are Pinnacle. Okay, we got a first and a second.
Yes, and I'll do a roll. Councilwoman Cantu?
Yes.
Councilwoman McCann?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Councilman Walgie?
Yes.
Councilman Grable?
Yes.
And Councilwoman Hughes?
Right, next on the agenda is a mutual aid agreement with the statewide emergency. And Dennis is here if we have any questions, but basically what it is if there's a disaster happens anywhere in the state, we can go help them. Or if we have a disaster here, they can come help us. So it basically covers everybody being statewide. Does anybody have any questions for Dennis on this? All right. The agreement, does that have to be signed, Dennis?
It's a resolution, yes.
I know, you signed the resolution, you don't need to do anything on the agreement.
Correct.
All right. So the next is, any questions about the agreement before we move on to the resolution? All right, the resolution, next on the agenda is 2512. It's a resolution authorizing the city of Vanceburg, Kentucky to participate in the Kentucky statewide emergency management mutual aid and assistance agreement. Whereas the Commonwealth of Kentucky has established statewide emergency management mutual aid assistance agreement to allow counties, cities, and other jurisdictions to provide assistance in the event of natural or man-made disasters. And participating in the agreement, Vanceburg responders retain the authority and legal protection when providing or receiving mutual aid and makes the cities eligible for reimbursement for the aid provided or received. And whereas it's the best interest of the city of Vanceburg to join the agreement to enhance the safety and resilience of the citizens. Now for let it be resolved that the City Council of Vanceburg, the city hereby adopts and agrees to bond this Kentucky statewide emergency mutual aid agreement assistance agreement. Attached is the exhibit here on hold. I think everybody got a copy, didn't they? And the primary representative of the cities shall be the mayor, Joe Billman, and the alternate representative of emergency management shall be Dennis Brown, director. Certifies copies of the resolution exhibit A attached will be followed with Kentucky Emergency Management as evidence of participation. Can I get a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Councilwoman Patton.
Second.
Councilman Grable.
Councilwoman Cantu? Councilwoman McCann?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Councilman Councilman Walgie,
Yes.
Councilman Grable,
Yes.
and Councilwoman Hughes.
Yes.
All right, next on the, is approval for Donnie Martin Heating and Air. We had a furnace go out, and we've got an estimate of $4,280 to replace it. And also, we had 2 computers go down the same day, actually, for $21,5894.
Have
I need-
you, is this just an estimate?
Yes,
Have you
This-
checked with other prices?
no, we haven't.
Okay, I think that we were supposed to do that. We're
Okay.
supposed to.
Donnie Martin has done our work here forever, so, I mean,
It's emergency too, as well,
yes.
isn't it?
I mean, we have no heat, so,
Oh, yeah, so we best
yes.
understand, okay.
Can I get a motion to purchase those, please?
I'll make a motion.
Councilwoman Cantu,
I'll second
Councilman Walden.
Councilwoman Cantu?
Yes.
Councilwoman McCann?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Councilman Walgie?
it. Yes.
Councilman Grable?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hughes?
Yes.
All right, now, we have approval of the first reading of ordinance 200-00B-25 budget amendment. Can you read it, please?
An ordinance of the City of Vanceburg, Kentucky, amending the 2025-2026 budget for the City of Vanceburg, Kentucky by estimating revenue and appropriating funds for the continuation of city government.
Everybody's got a copy of the amendments, right? All right, if you got any questions, Ben Grant will be more than happy to answer them between now and the next meeting. Just get with us. Call us in one, we'll answer your questions. Be more than happy to. All right, the next one on the agenda is the first reading of setting the compensation of council members. Care to read the ordinance, please?
An ordinance of the City of Vanceburg, Kentucky, setting compensation for council members of the City of Vanceburg, Kentucky at the rate of $400 per month, payable on the first day of each month, and setting the date of said increase to begin in the year 2027.
The reason this is coming about, and this is all on me, this rate was set by Pat Cooper in 1984, $200 for council, okay? And they've been that since 1984, so you're talking 40 some years or whatever it is. But anyway, 41 years, right? All right. So, and then looking at the mattress over that period of time, they've had cost of living raises by the CPI rate. And they are now making per year $18,744.81. And since there's 5 of them now, those mattresses don't have no bigger area than the city of Vanceburg, basically, when you get right down to it. They're not gonna be much bigger than what the city is. So, you know, I think that the council deserves a raise, and as I said, this council here will not get that. It will be with the next council that comes in. So, this one was on there. We need a motion or anything? We don't, I mean, it's first reading, so, okay. Now, the next item on the agenda is to approve the first reading of the compensation and schedule for city officers and employees. You want to read it?
An ordinance of the City of Vanceburg, Kentucky, amending ordinance number 130.09C, fixing the authorized employment and compensation schedule of the city clerk and other officers and employees of the City of Vanceburg.
If you will look at this, council, you'll see that I took out what we really don't need in there. It's gone now. And then set the salaries where hopefully we don't have to amend it again for a while. The old ordinance was, they were already making more than what the old ordinance said, and it had never been changed. So we're changing that ordinance to hopefully get that in line and correct it. The next item on the agenda is to reappoint Gil Massey as a Vanceburg Electric Board member, which this should have been done in July, but her term will expire July 1, 2029. Can I get a motion, please?
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Has anybody talked to Gail to make sure she still wants to do this?
Well, Bill Tom, it carried right on, I guess. He says if we don't do it, her term carries right on.
Okay.
So,
But I mean, as far as the reappointment, I didn't know whether anybody talked to her.
no, actually, I haven't talked to her, but Bill Tom told me that she just carried on from that point. So, you know, and it was supposed to be done in July, so we're running 5 months late, so.
This is legally doing it right now.
This is legally done, yes.
I'll make a motion.
Councilwoman Patton,
I'll say it.
Councilman Walsh.
Councilwoman Cantu?
No.
Councilwoman McCann?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Councilman Walshy?
Yes.
Councilman Grable?
Yes.
And Councilwoman Pugh?
Yes.
Okay. All right, the next one is appointment of Rob Kenner to the Vanceburg Electric Plant Board, replacing Jack Prater, which his term will expire July the 1st, 26, which will have to be redoing this again in July this year. But Jack is, I have talked to Jack, and he is wanting to get out of being on the board, and he is going, Rob will take his place the January meeting. So can I please get a motion to
I'll make that motion.
Councilwoman McCann?
I'll second.
Councilwoman Pugh.
Okay.
Councilwoman Cantu?
Yes.
Councilwoman McCann?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Councilman Walshy?
Yes.
Councilman Grable?
Yes.
And Councilwoman Pugh?
Yes.
Next on the agenda is appointment of Susie Hobbs to the Ethics Board, replacing Chris McGlone, which his term expires 7/1/27.
I'll make a motion.
Councilwoman Pugh, Councilman Gray.
Councilwoman Cantu?
Yes.
Councilwoman McCann?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Councilman Walshy?
Yes.
Councilman Grable?
Yes.
And Councilwoman Pugh?
Yes.
All right, next on the agenda is appointment of Richard Davis to the Board of Adjustments, replacing Richard Walsey, which term will expire 2/28 or 2/28 of 2029.
Just a quick question.
Okay.
What does the Board of Adjustments need to do? I'm not even.
I mean, truthfully, I really don't know. I
They,
mean, I'm not gonna say I know, 'cause I
I
really
was
don't know.
one meeting, if there's a zoning issue, where we had one where there was a new manufactured home being set up. Technically, it should have been a little further away from the street. It was a new mobile home going into an area that could really use it. We made an adjustment to give it a few more feet, you know? So that's exactly what it is. Board of Adjustments can make adjustments to make sure they reach the criteria to make improvements.
All right, now, that explains it. So, I really didn't know. I was just,
Sure.
I mean, I talked to Richard about filling the term because, you know, that way all of our boards are gonna be full now if this Richard is appointed here now. So, any other questions? Can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
Councilwoman McCann, Councilwoman Patton.
Councilwoman Cantu?
Yes.
Councilwoman McCann?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Councilman Walshy?
Yes.
Councilman Grable?
Yes.
And Councilwoman Pugh?
Yes.
All right. Council, got anything else you want to talk about in open session?
Yeah, I'd like to just make a quick comment on our building assessment committee that was formed last meeting, and then we had one meeting since. It seems to me to have been successful. We opened up communications, which was important. We've identified one building downtown and have communicated together on the committee, have communicated with you, have communicated with landowners on each side of the building in question. And then we met at the building with the contractor to get his thoughts, his professional thoughts on what would be involved if the building needed to be taken down, and it does. And from there, I pretty much turned it over to you, and I know that you're in the process of getting further estimates.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in executive session.
Okay.
Here in just a few
And I
minutes.
wanted to just, to mention that.
We're gonna go in executive, or I'm trying to get a motion here in executive session, but I'll kind of maybe, I don't know where y'all gonna stick around or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and switch this up and move my updates up in case some of you don't stay. The updates, are basically what I've done so far is I made Tara Roberts, she went to full-time as a 10/17/25. We joined the city of Vanceburg, joined the Chamber of Commerce. We've added the new financial reports, and that's the way it's going to be every month. I want the council to acknowledge that they received it, and then we will go over, and like I said, like Johnny did today, welcome to come on in, and we'll be more than happy to get everything set up for the council meeting. You know, we're gonna have nothing to hide, and it's all gonna be up front. So, the agenda's getting posted on Facebook on Friday, and it was kind of hiccup this week because the last day of the month ended on the 31st, and the meeting was, we had to wait so she could do the financial report, but she'll get those to you on Friday most months. So, but at the end of the month falls on Friday, and then she'll struggle to get that done, okay? The benches from the Crumb Rubber Grant are all in place now. The ones that were left over in the Scott Park and down to the Vet Park, and Greta and Tara is working on the final paperwork to get the Buffalo Trace to finish that grant out. The fire baskets have been taken down, and Christmas parade is going to be Sunday, December 6th at 6 p.m. Or Saturday, I'm sorry. Saturday, December 6th at 6 p.m. And we did put that out on the flyer today on the Facebook page if anybody would like to share it. Mayfest, or Rivertown, I think they was calling it now, wasn't it? Is going to go back to the Chamber of Commerce. And hopefully, I'm meeting with the Lions Club Thursday night, and the Lions Club is going to take back Oktoberfest. So I want to get as many people involved as we can. So be more than happy if somebody else, nonprofit or agency wants to have something, if they come talk to us, we'll see what we can do. Okay? Then before the first week was over, we had a hot water heat tank leak. So, thanks to Della and Samantha, they came in and mopped all the water up. Because we had one little mop here that didn't amount to nothing. So, but anyway, we got it all cleaned up. On the boat docks, I have spoken with Amy Connor, the Corps of Engineers, and our paperwork has been sent up to the GSA to prepare the deed. And then the worst thing could happen that they could make them do an environmental study. And then it would come back down to the cons agency, and then she promised me that was on the top of their list. And if it came back, they would get it right straight back up there to them. But as we all know, the government's shut down. So, we're still at the mercy of them on getting the deed to the boat dock. And we do have some pretty good plans for that. And the kids from Lexington down here, they done some nice, I haven't seen them yet, but I've talked to people that did see them, that they done some nice things hooking the Scott Park to the Vet Park down through the riverbank. So, and just ideas to throw out there and stuff. And my main goal is going to be to try to work for the beautification of downtown. We need to do something to try to draw people back downtown. Where we can ever get it done, we're all, you got to realize, I know we're not going to get no big hardware chain or some big supermarket or something like that downtown. But hopefully we can get some mom and pop stores and try to get people back downtown, so, and I hope to do that. Also, anybody that's having an event or a business that's having an event, if you will send your event to Tara or me or Greta, basically send it to Tara and Greta, because they handle the Facebook page. I don't put anything on there, so they will be happy to post it. Some examples of, we posted the Chamber of Commerce fish fry We posted the VFW bingo. So if you're having a community event that's gonna draw people downtown, we'll be more than happy to post it on our Facebook page. Okay? All right, council, do you have anything else you want to talk about before we go to, can I get a motion to go to executive session?
Make a motion.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Cantu, Councilman Patton.
Aaron, how do I word this executive session to discuss?
Property, we're discussing property and services, I think, however you want to put it.
What's property?
Yep.
There's supposed to be KRS numbers that you're actually supposed to attach to those, but I don't know, and there's specific numbers for specific things, but I don't know which one would apply to that.
Yeah, I think so too. The
We're-
KRS, just.
We're going to discuss the project that we looked at, Dick's talking about. We're going to discuss another piece of property, two pieces of property actually, and then we're going to discuss some roads. So whatever we need for that, can you get that to Greta? So she can get it on the minutes? Okay.
Councilwoman Cantu?
Yes.
Councilwoman McCann?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Councilman Ballsy?
Yes.
Councilman Grable?
Yes.
And Councilwoman Dean?
Yes.
All right, we'll be back out in a few minutes.
Have you been dreaming of a fresh start? A place that's truly your own, built from the ground up just the way you want it. At Next Step Renovation in Tollsboro, Kentucky, we believe your dream home shouldn't just be a dream, it should be your next step. Our passion is new home builds. We work with you every step of the way, from the initial design to the final finishing touches, to craft a home that reflects your unique vision and lifestyle. But what if you love your home, but it just needs a fresh perspective? Next Step Renovation is also your trusted partner for high-quality remodeling. Whether it's a kitchen facelift, a bathroom overhaul, or a full home transformation, we bring the same attention to detail and craftsmanship to every project. From the foundation of a brand new build to the finishing details of a beautiful remodel, Next Step Renovation is here to bring your vision to life. Call us today at 606-541-5660 for a free consultation. That's Next Step Renovation. Building your future, one home at a time.
Joe, it's not that we were all that interested, some of y'all are our rights.
Captain audience.
Good point, Gina.
Captain audience.
All right, I'm gonna try to go through this and walk, first of all, I need a motion to back in session.
I'll make a
Councilman Grable,
Second.
Councilwoman Cannon, come back in session. Woman Patton,
I'll say that.
Councilman Walshy.
Okay, motion to,
Facebook page, Facebook, on informational purposes only.
okay. Councilwoman Cantu?
Yes.
Councilwoman McCann?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Councilman Ballsy?
Yes.
Councilman Grable?
Yes.
And Councilwoman Pugh?
Yes.
All right, now, do I need a motion to redo the resolution from the council? Do I don't need to say anything here now to not to motion now? Okay. We have, I guess I need a motion to sell the 1966 fire truck, the George Morgan Thomas house and everything in it, and some odd men furniture and stuff that we have down to the maintenance company. Can I get a motion for that, please?
I'll make a motion.
Councilman Walsey,
I'll second.
Councilman Cantu.
Councilwoman Cantu? Yes. Councilwoman McCann?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Councilman Walgie?
Yes.
Councilman Grable?
Yes.
And Councilwoman Peters? Yes.
Will this be done by auction?
This will be done by auction, and for the informational purposes, this will, money come from these proceeds. The fire truck will go into the fire department. What line item, Glenn, I don't know, but, the George Morgan Thomas House and the other stuff we have is going in for renovation of the downtown. It's not coming in the general fund. We're going to make a, new line item in the budget for renovation of downtown area. So everybody knows we're not just selling that to put it in the regular budget. We're gonna try to fix downtown the best we can. Let's see. All right. Now I need no, I don't need much for that. We need to do an ordinance on that, don't I? We're gonna move that over. Just do the ordinance. Okay. So I don't do anything about that night? All right. The rest of it, I think that's all we covered, doesn't it? I think, does anybody else remember anything else?
I wanted to,
Councilman Walsey's got some stuff.
yeah, real quick, the building assessment committee, again, I think has been successful. It's been successful in that we have open communication and are moving forward. Turn some of it over to the mayor, to communicate with various contractors and get more information back to us. As we have more information, we will continue to share it with the public. Coming into these meetings monthly with 6 council members and a mayor, it's hard to get a lot of things that we want to discuss, talk about. One of the things that we really need to talk about is downtown business. So since we've had relative success with the building assessment committee, which is still ongoing, I would like to propose a Vanceburg business assessment. I'm sorry, I said I meant building assessment initially that we already had. I'd like to propose in addition to that, a Vanceburg business assessment and ask for volunteers. We need 3 volunteers. I will be one of them, and would ask for volunteers. I think
Nicole's gonna be one, and then Johnny, so with the Chamber of Commerce, will kind of help with that too, so.
And I think we've got, we can make phone contact and schedule meetings, and we'll post it probably on
The meeting,
Tuesday days.
the meetings will be posted on, when they're gonna meet on these committees, will be posted on the Facebook page. That way everybody knows. So, one other thing, that we discussed and we decided we're gonna do a cleanup day per week this spring through October, hoping to get town cleaned up a little bit. We're not gonna take no garbage, but we will take like down tree limbs. If you got something, couches or stuff that's sitting there, making your property look bad, we will have the boys pick it up on the dump trailers and take it to the dump. Trying to beautify the town the best we can. Hopefully we'll get people to do stuff like that if we offer to pick it up free on Wednesdays. I think, anybody else think of anything that we didn't talk about, that we need to talk about? All right, first meeting, I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Councilman Cantu, who over here can't second on? Councilman Grable. All right.